Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. So today we're taking a look at this big guy. It's the Tyrannosaurus Rex with chomping jaws from Hasbro. Now we have reviewed his little brother, go and check it out, link is in the description. And we're giving away this big guy along with the Indominus Rex bad boy on the main page right now. So go and check that out and enter. Entry is free and simple. First of all, let's kick off by taking a closer look at the packaging. So up here in the top left hand corner we've got the Jurassic World logo with that lovely blue and red scaling background. We've got an arrow pointing to the feature, which we'll show you in just a bit. We've got more of that red and blue scaling going all the way around the border here. As we come down, we've got a lovely picture of the Tyrannosaurus Rex roaring there. It says chomping jaws, and you can see it says Tyrannosaurus Rex here. On the side, we get more of the same. On the opposite side, we've got the Jurassic World logo. And on the back, we've got the Tyrannosaurus Rex glowing blue with the Jurassic World logo. And over here, it says, "The earth shakes with a menacing rumble. Hold your breath, and whatever you do, don't move. The powerful T-Rex is back." And for those of you worried about the bent tail syndrome, do not worry, that tail is just separate and can be attached once we've got him out of his packaging. And this dinosaur toy is for ages 4+. That's me. Okay, without further ado, let's get this guy out of his packaging. So here is the T-Rex out of the packaging. Now wait a minute. Yeah, that's right, I've got to put the tail on. So here is the Tyrannosaurus Rex with chomping jaws from Hasbro out of the packaging. And boy, oh boy, this one is a little bit of a shambles. The head is absolutely enormous. The tail is ridiculously thin. And generally, this dinosaur is just out of proportion and ugly. His jaw looks like it's about to fall off, and he's the completely wrong color. But apart from that, you got a dinosaur toy. In hand, this T-Rex toy can pass vaguely as a Jurassic Park toy. It does resemble the T-Rex somewhat, but it could equally be passed off as a toy for a completely different dinosaur line. We all know that the T-Rex is a completely different color to this. It's not tan, and the head sculpt is just not close enough to what we know the T-Rex looks like. Now Hasbro have packed in a load of detail. There's loads of nice creases and scaling going on all over the body, but where they've really gone wrong is getting the proportions of this guy completely out of whack. They really need to have spent more time just getting the proportions of this guy nailed before they even considered detailing him this much. The feet have been sculpted completely wrong. All of the toes are joined together with this nasty webbing between each individual toe, and we're left with this very fat and triangular looking foot that doesn't seem anatomically correct. Equally on the opposite side, where the foot is lifted up to make it look like it's walking, suddenly the toes are much longer, still webbed. I mean, this is going right up into the ankle area. And on the back, we've got next to no detail whatsoever. Really, really strange. This is not one conjoined piece of flesh. The body of the T-Rex is made from a hard plastic, as is the jaw. The arms are made from a soft rubber because they're bendy. And actually the legs are made from a mix of plastic and rubber. You can see actually if I move the foot, I can actually bend it there. So what we're all here to see is the gimmick. And on the back we do have a button here. Now when I press this, you'll see that the Tyrannosaur's jaws open and close. And I'd actually say with the jaws open, that looks more like the T-Rex that we're used to. In terms of articulation, obviously you've got the opening and closing jaws. You can rotate the arms backwards and forwards. You can rotate this leg backwards and forwards. But the other leg on the other side, no. You cannot rotate that leg, crazy as it seems, and this arm will rotate backwards and forwards. Now because that leg is backwards, that means you're forced to put the T-Rex in that walking pose, which almost destroys the point of articulation in the first place. This whole eye area is a little bit distracting. First of all, the T-Rex doesn't have a cat's eye. The yellow isn't bordered by black. And what's this behind here? Is that supposed to be the ear? I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. In terms of the teeth, I think this T-Rex might need to see a dentist because this does not look accurate to what we see in the film. I do, however, appreciate that they've sculpted and painted the interior of the mouth. You can see there they've sculpted the roof of the mouth and painted it this sort of vibrant pink, and you can see the tongue there, although it is kind of glooping with the lower half of the jaw. And I know this is to make the gimmick work, but this whole jaw gap just doesn't work for me, and the fact that they've had to make clearance for it is just a little bit odd. This whole area just feels really, really weird. I mean, when you compare this with the 1993 Tyrannosaurus Rex, this looks pretty shoddy. There is a bit of an obvious seam line here on the nose and a paint difference. And I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's the functionality of the jaw opening and closing, but it does seem weird to have this snout piece on the end. Now, I don't want to be all negative. This dinosaur is very detailed. The paint job there on the head is really nicely airbrushed. It's just a shame that it's the wrong shade of brown. Also, the detailing, the scales and all the sculpted veins and folds are really nice on this dinosaur. It's just a shame that the proportions that it's based on are completely out of whack. So just how big is this guy? Let's bring out the tape measure. You're looking at about 16.5 inches long, which is about 43 centimeters. And in terms of his height, you're looking at about 7.5 inches, which is about 19 centimeters. Scale comparison time. Here's the Tyrannosaurus Rex next to the Indominus Rex bad boy. We have reviewed this one, link is in the description down below. And here's the Tyrannosaurus Rex next to his mini-me counterpart. Again, we have reviewed this one, link is in the description down below. Interestingly, the sculpt on the feet on his smaller counterpart is actually better than his bigger counterpart, less webbing going on. And although still not accurate, I think the head on the smaller dinosaur feels more consolidated than the larger one. Lastly, here's the T-Rex next to our good friend off-color Alan from 1993's Jurassic Park line. I have to say, at this scale, the T-Rex looks more like the young T-Rex from that original toy line, and that's a much better pickup if you can afford it. Thanks, Alan. There he goes, he's leaving the review table. So there we have it, guys. That was today's look at the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Hasbro's Jurassic World toy line. It's a little bit limiting in terms of its gimmicks, this one. It can only really chomp, and there's no sound effects or anything else, no removable dino damage. I would recommend, if you can afford it, to try and pick up the Tyrannosaur from the Lost World or Jurassic Park line. I think you'll be much more satisfied with not only the look of the dinosaur, but also its playability, the realistic skin, the rubbery skin, and the electronic features. I think the toys in the first two films completely outdo this one. Okay guys, in the meantime, leave your comments down below. Have you picked this one up? Do you like it? You know, tell me what you love about it if you do. And in the meantime, rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.